Well, hello again, everyone, and welcome back. As I'm waiting out the storm that we have here in the Gulf of Mexico, just off the west coast of Florida, we've been having 24 hours of rain. I figure I'd do a quick little episode here. This will be episode number 2. Once this one is finished up, we should have the finale for this project. Right now, I just want to kind of show you what's in front of me here. These are the actual 4 paints that I used for the first little kit that I put together, which is the diving bell. And as you can see, we've used the Folk Art Gunmetal Gray and the Sequin Black from Folk Art. These are all metallic paints, and as well as the Silver Sterling, another Folk Art product. For the little door handle on the diving bell itself, I just went with a Craftsmart red satin acrylic paint, just to kind of break it up a little bit. Let's go ahead and bring the light down a little bit here, and hopefully you'll be able to see this if I bring it up a little bit closer. But there she is. She's pretty well done for the diving bell. Like I said again, it was probably consists of about 6 parts total. So there is the detail work for the diving bell. I'll do a quick little 360 here. And like I said, it's got the floodlights and the base of it. What I did for the 3 windows, or portholes, if you want to call them that, I did dab a little bit of some of the white canopy glue just to kind of give it a kind of a window feature to it. And that was pretty much about it. So there is one of the 3-part kits completed. So we'll go ahead and put that one off to the side here, and we'll take these 3 off. And the next thing that I put together, this is pretty much 100% complete. Let me go ahead and grab a little alligator clip here, and we'll kind of stick that on the end of the rudder, just so I can pick up a little bit easier and show you. But there she is, the little mini sub. I did put the skid, glued that on last night. We added the little black tip to the mini sub with the metallic sequin black, and just did a little some touch up. Hopefully, let me bring it a little bit closer. I did manage to modify one of the sitting crew members. I painted him red for his uniform, and I'll show you some pictures of that during the video here. But like I said, I had to do a little bit of some modifications by actually cutting his legs off and part of his arms, just to kind of slide them into the so-called cockpit of the mini sub. Because with this canopy, there's actually 2 little tabs that fit and lock in place on the inside to hold it in place. I did also use some of the glue and glaze to help bond it together, but basically just snaps right in. And like I said, this one is complete. So with that being said, basically the star of the show is the 3-inch diameter flying sub, which we have here in the background. We'll bring that up real close. Let me bring, because it consists of basically 2 pieces for the upper and lower hull. And with this particular one, we end up using for the stripes for the upper and lower hull, and the reactor is the dark blue from Craftsmart, the satin acrylic paint. Once I applied that on there, I basically used some Future to seal the paint in. We'll go ahead and take a look at the upper part here. Just did some touch-up work here. A lot of the stuff on the inside here was basically hand painted, just to touch it up a little bit, and the upper hatch I painted with a metallic silver sterling and kind of basically locked that in place, as you can see here. And I just dabbed it with a little bit of some thin cement on the other side to keep it nice and clean on the exterior. In case anybody was wondering, I just left the yellow mold color. I didn't prime it with gray and then go over with another yellow color. I just figured it was close enough to what the actual flying sub color looked like for the main hull color, since it was molded in yellow. So I think it came out pretty good. Like I said, I masked everything off and initially airbrushed the stripes in place, and then of course when I peeled it off, a little bit of the paint came off, so I came back with a little brush and touched it all up again, and this is what we have. So there you go, that's that. Like I said before, I was going to go ahead and use the 2 other sitting crew members to represent Admiral Nelson, Captain Crane, and I went ahead and installed the chairs in. I didn't put them facing straight forward. I kind of angled them a little bit to give a little bit of some character to it, and I basically used some of the Tester's red tube glue, just dabbed a little bit on a little cardboard piece, and took a toothpick and just kind of dabbed it onto the seat, and then placed the figures in their seats, and that set overnight. And this is what we have for our 2 crew members. So that is done. I also went ahead and installed the rear bulkhead to the lower half, and and then of course on the underside part, we got a bit of masking tape there. Alright, so on the other underside, we also went ahead with the dark blue paint, masked the lower side off, and I airbrushed that on there and peeled the masking tape back after a couple hours. Any touch up, I just used a brush. And of course the lower hull hatch, same thing with the metallic silver sterling. So that is done. So basically what's left basically is to go ahead now and to just attach the upper hull to the lower hull and glue it together. We'll tape it up, and we'll probably leave that overnight, and we will call this one done. So stay tuned.